Hey everybody, it's Lord Magicus, and we're going to play Mono Blue Devotion and Pioneer. Oh, so I'm sorry I missed League last week, and honestly I almost missed this one too. I have had the flu since Christmas Eve, which has sucked immensely, but I am just finally getting to the point where I can be a person again, so we're going to try to play some Magic, and hopefully this will be okay. Which is incidentally why I have my camera off today, because I look like hell, and yeah, I don't know, just I can't deal with both of those things at the same time. I can either sound good or I don't know, focus and trying not to look like shit, but I don't think I could do both. So yeah, alright, so let's focus on playing Magic, because that's what we are all wanting, right? Yeah, so let's do that. Same basic premise as last time, but I want to try Gaddock the Wizened in this deck. It's going to be kind of like Mara Regery, where it'll tap down a bunch of things, but also it's like a stroke of genius. Just draw a ton of cards. So it's another unfair thing our deck can do, and when you do unfair things, you tend to win games. So this card is actually very good in multiples, because even when you draw a second one, you can just cast it. You get to tap something and still draw X cards, and you can just sacrifice the new one. So it's not bad to draw multiples of these, and I think because of this, I'm going to play one extra land, and then I would cut one island to also play a second Nykthos. It could be correct to play 3, but I think I'm just going to try 2 for right now and see if it's okay. I think if I wanted something like Cyclonic Rift in the deck, then I'd probably play 3 Nykthos, but for right now, we'll just test it this way. And to make room for this, we're trimming in, some Thassa, some Brazen Borrower, and I think was that it? Oh, I'm sorry, no, we also trimmed on the Witching Wells. Yeah, there we go. So we needed to cut another card to make an extra land slot. So since we put Cloudfin Raptor in as an extra 1-drop in the deck, I think that's fine. Yeah, you play it on turn 1, and now we have a better late game, so that if whereas the Witching Well was one of the cards that we were using to help us scry lands early and then draw gas late. We have an extra land now, so hopefully getting to play lands early will not be that big of a deal, but then drawing gas late is Gadwick's job now, so we'll see if that works. And then I'm not going to change the sideboard until I have some better idea of what we're playing against, so yeah, the cards are all fine. I think we'll just take these out and see how it goes. I may not talk quite as much today, because I have a bad habit of pushing myself to do things way too early. I just got done being in bed for a week straight, but now what am I doing? Recording 2-hour Magic Leagues because I'm stupid. So we'll see how this goes. Why would I not be doing this? Come on. Everybody knows Magic is more important than everything. Right? Yeah, that's how this game works. So I guess I should probably talk about this. Yeah, that little guy up there in the photo is a Nicol Bolas that a friend of mine bought and painted to look like Rainbow Dash for me, and it is absolutely adorable. One of my favorite presents of all time. Alright, well, we're going to be on the draw for this game. Yeah, I thought that the Bolas would be really cute to show here. Now, this hand looks great. We've got a nice, good curve to it. Alright. Oh no, are we up against the mirror? We are up against the mirror. Fuck. Surprise. Well, Trickster might be able to catch this thing. Oh no. I guess we're just gonna do this now and just try to tap it down and force him to decide what to do here. This is not good. We're on the draw and he obviously has a ridiculously good start, so like we're fucked. He's drawing tons of cards off of this. Hopefully now this Tempest Djinn will slow him down, but like if they have Tricksters or anything, like probably not. Like we're not attacking right now. We're just trying not to die. And hoping that he doesn't have like Tricksters or anything and keep pushing through damage. Like that. Yeah. Well, I mean, we're probably playing Gadwick next turn. He's gonna run out of the ability to do this forever, so... Oh, that's actually good. Harbinger can bounce this and force him to get rid of his Siren. Alright, now let's crack... I guess they had nothing, so that's good. Maybe we can turn this around. I don't know, we might not be dead yet. We still have a retort for something ridiculously scary, but... Is Master of Waves? It looks like Master. No, I don't really want you to be doing that. Now that also opens the door for our Gadwick. Yeah, trading doesn't seem like a good plan for them. I should have played Gadwick first because he would have made the Cloudfin bigger. Well, this is not bad. Yeah, the Sailor's not going to be good enough here. Like, I don't know. Harbinger is pretty good. You have Master of Waves. I think that's what it takes right now. Thassa actually might be okay. I can't block it, so... I guess we just attack and then we'll tap down Thassa with Harbinger. Yeah, that one damage really kind of ended up biting us because we could have actually killed him this turn. I think we're still winning though. We have a we have a counterspell online and Harbinger to tap something like. Also, the counterspell can also tap a thing too. So there's no way that Thassa can kill us. We can tap the Spectral Sailor, so they can't block. Yeah, it's not helping. All right, well, we're gonna win this. So despite misplays, we are gonna still win. But look, Gadwick did some serious work here. Yeah, that's all we needed to do. Nope. Yeah. Our opponent is dead as a doornail. Okay, well, game one was pretty good. Gadwick was strong. Alright. Mystic Dispute seems like the card that's going to be really good here. What's not really good? Honestly, most of these cards are... it's tough. Well, they have main deck answers to kill off all the Master Waves tokens with the Merfolk Tricksters. Thassa is not bad. She can make herself unblockable. Let's see. I think the counter spells in general are fine. I also have Storm Tamer to protect this, though. I honestly don't know what I want to take out. Like, all of these cards seem pretty good. I don't know, maybe we'll do it like this. Master of Waves can be very good, but he can also be very bad. Because if they like Trickster it, then yeah, you lose all the tokens. Maybe it could also be Thassa. Like, she's actually kind of slow here. Maybe, like, we could go on this plan like that, but that's hard. I am so unsure what to do here. Harbinger interact, because they're playing a list that has Curious Obsession in it, so well, since they're playing Obsession, maybe this is a good spot for like Ratchet Bomb. We can blow up all the ones. No, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna do it like this. Like I think all of our cards are fine against this deck. It's just a matter of which ones are the best, or yeah, the best for it. So, I guess I'm gonna keep this, but I'm not super stoked about it. All right, no one drop. That's good. They don't have any sailors either. That's another good sign. So maybe they kept a counter magic heavy hand as well. We have the Wombo combo of Gadwick plus Nykthos. So if we can get some devotion, and we might be able to draw like a bajillion cards at some point. Yep. I still can't help but feel like they probably have a counterspell in their hand. I didn't want to drop Tempest Jin in the face of like Mystical Dispute. I'm not doing anything. It's alright, so at the end of their turn, I think I'm just going to flash in Harbinger if they don't do anything. Just look at this. Plays island, plays island, plays island, plays island. Okay. Alright, let's see if we can get them to use a counter spell. Yep, knew that they had that. No, I want my Jin to be able to block. See, now attacking is kind of hard for them because they have to figure out a way to like either bounce or tap this thing. And they're also concerned if we have more Mystical Disputes. Okay, that's fine. We have way more islands than them, so it's not a big deal. We can have a pretty good turn here. Tap 1, 2, 3. Now we can also play Gadwick here and draw 2 cards. Or draw 3 cards, sorry. You can do math. I don't really feel the need to attack right now. Because they could just double block, and I'm not really interested in just trading with one of these things. Like I can start tapping their stuff down, or like if I wait, I have Trickster to like eat this in combat. Well, this looks like a good sign for us. So we also have Wizard's Retorts on line 2, which if we counter stuff, then like this will start tapping things down. Okay. Yeah, you get to draw 0 cards. So you're just trying to evolve this thing, that's fine. You have a single blue mana up. So maybe Sailor or Mystical Dispute. Now I think it's safe to attack. Yeah, our board is just utterly devastating right now. Sitting on 2 counter spells. Gadwick is like doing amazing here. Okay. First of all, absolutely not. Tap that. Now they're just dead because we're attacking for 14 in the air. This is not really helping their cause. Doesn't that just make them, like, they can't even block in the ground now? Yeah, it's over. Alright, well, okay, Gadwick was amazing, so we immediately get to see results of that, and yeah, draw 4 cards off of it when they tap out. It's great. It's interesting they're playing Curious Obsession. I don't think that's the direction the deck wants to go in. I wonder what they're cutting for it. Maybe like the Brazen Borrowers. But, alright, well, it's fine. It's a good way to start the league. Alright, on the play. This hand's fine. You can keep it. Sorry. I can do this. Alright. I only have 4 more games to go without dying. Shit. I feel mostly okay now, but ugh, like, it's still definitely just, I have a habit of just making myself do things before I probably should. Uh-oh. Oh, this is the Dredge deck. Okay, well, that's gonna be... We don't have Grafdigger's Cages, so that's gonna suck. No, we can't attack. Alright, well... I have no idea how the hell this is gonna work. Hopefully Master of Waves is just gonna be fine. I just want to counter something this turn. Yeah, that's fine. Try to stick Master. If I draw another land, I might just play the Storm Tamer first to get the extra devotion, and then be able to protect it with it. So they might have like Assassin's Trophies. I'm not sure exactly what this deck plays. Okay, no, that's fine. Yeah, okay, that's not a good sign for them. How greedy do I want to get? So, get 5 tokens with Master right now. Alright, let's just pray. Okay, that's fine. So if I recall, this deck basically just mostly has a bunch of graveyard stuff, so I'm not super concerned. They could have removal. I'm not sure, but it's far from impossible. I don't think it's a particularly great deck, though. It does have stuff like Creeping Chill, so we need to kill him quickly. Like, you can attack with Narcomoeba if you want. It's not really going to matter that much. Next turn, they're going to get Scrounger back, and then both of these at the end step. It's fine. So I could tap this and attack them for 5. I think I just want to draw a card off of this thing. It's not the worst. Because this way it gives us a possibility of just casting a bunch of spells to tap them down. Okay. Well, they have... Okay, so they're going to get back 3 prized amalgams and a scrap scrounger. They're also pretty close to dying, too. They don't really have a lot of good stuff to do here. That's fine, actually. I don't know, I guess that. Sure. Our plan is don't die this turn. And just use Gadwick to tap down their flyer and kill them next turn. Yep. This, I don't think, is enough to kill us. Okay, I'm still not worried about that. Okay, Creeping Chill is a problem. Alright, well maybe I should have countered that then. Fuck. I didn't think about Creeping Chill. I also realized I could have countered something and tapped down a creature. No! I can choose to not block one. I only have to block 2 things here, actually. That's... So can I kill them? that can't block. So if I block here, I can block here. So it's 3, 6, 7, 8. No, I need Gadwick to live. Because I need Gadwick to trigger this, to tap that down. Alright, is this how I want to do this? 3, 6, 7, 8. I think that's my best chance. Alright. Alright, I think I got this. Alright, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, alright, we got it. So we survived at 1 life, okay. Almost died to this Dredge deck, but they didn't play a single removal spell, so that's interesting. I don't really have anything for their graveyard. I guess maybe Unsubstantiate's okay. Like, all their stuff is like either 2 or 3 mana, so I'm not sure if the Ratchet Bomb's going to help very much. Honestly, I think our deck is pretty close to being fine as is. Harbinger and Tricksters are both fine. I mean, Tidebinder taps down some of the green. They don't really have a lot of green things, though. It's all like blue and black stuff for the most part. I don't really think we're going to change anything. Like, I don't think any of this really matters that much. I think this is fine. We'll just run this back. Just flying creatures are pretty good. This hand looks fine. We'll keep it. Yep. I found a Creeping Chill already. Neat. I'm not gonna block this stupid supplier. I found another Creeping Chill. Nope, not blocking. Alright, so here's a choice. Do I want to hold up Wizard's Retort or Cloud Fin Raptor? I think I want to counter something this turn. Nope. I'll play the Tempest in here. I know it's not really the right sequencing for this, but it's a faster clock, and like we really need to kill them quickly before they find a way to start getting these back. Yeah. Alright, damage is done, so that sucks. But at least like we have something that can start blocking these prized amalgams. Alright, Assassin's Trophy. So they brought in some removal. Well, that's bad. Yep. No, we're dead. We are totally, utterly screwed here. We drew 8 lands, so there is not much that you can do about it when you draw 8 lands. Do I want to change anything now? I know they brought in more counterspell, or they brought in removal. I don't really think I want to change anything though. I still think this is fine. I think if we're on the play, it might be a little bit better. This hand is okay. We have a bunch of things to do until we can draw some more mana. They mulled to 6. Okay, that was a good sign. We found Stitcher Supplier turn 1 every single game. Our opponent is very good at Magic cards. I'm going to try to eat this Supplier in combat. We found a prized amalgam. Oh, there's a fatal push. So I don't want to put more cards in their graveyard. So we'll just do it like that. No, thank you. No graveyard for you. Well, double Creeping Chill and Narcomoeba, like, what are we supposed to do about that? We found 2 Stitcher Suppliers by, like, turn 3. That's insane. You must have, like, fucking 17 of them in the deck. Nope. Like, this is also a match where if we want to beat this, we can easily play something like, we could play Grafdigger's Cage in the sideboard, and like this deck just gets utterly destroyed by it. I'm gonna bounce this prized amalgam this turn. Hopefully we can stick Master of Waves and start doing something. You found a third one? Oh god. They're just running super hot, I guess. And we are running super not. Could play Gadwick here, but like this is not really good. I think we just need to flash in Brazen Borrower so that the Cloud Fins can start eating the Narcomoebas. We found another one. not good. Could use like Nykthos. I don't think that's Nykthos. This is just getting more difficult by the turn. Alright, well they're getting almost to the point where they can start blocking these prized amalgams. But we are very quickly running out of time in this. And like a single removal spell is just going to end us. I think I have to trade with one of these things. Come on, Master Waves, I need you really badly right now. That might be fine, actually. So if that's the only one that they had, then that's actually good for us. Might be able to turn this around yet if I can untap with another master. I have exactly one turn to kill this thing. It looks like we're gonna do this. Can I afford to? No, I think I have to be very careful because of like Creeping Chill. Alright, let's just send in the tokens for right now. But I think if they don't find Creeping Chill, we probably can win. Alright, well, we pulled it out of our butts at the end here. Master of Waves proving that it's worth a lot. We hung in there. Gadwick gave us exactly enough time by triggering the evolve and just getting us that one turn to like, yeah, what I think, yeah, that was the turn they, because we evolved them, then they let the borrower turn them into 3/4s, and they gave us the 4th mana we needed. So that was good, very close, very good game. But Master's still the best. All right, so good start to the last league of our year. So we beat the Mirror and we beat the Dredge deck. Alright, let's see if we can keep it going. Let's see if my body will hold out. Alright, we're going to be on the play against the Good Soldier. Alright. This hand's fine. I'm fine with just playing a 3/3 Mirror Regery into Master of Waves. If we're lucky, next turn we can draw a 2-drop to evolve this Cloudfin. And they mulled a 6, that's a good sign. Red deck, well, we can't be too upset. Because we do have Master of Waves, and against the red deck, Master is exactly what we want. Alright, Runaway Steamkin it is. See if Gadwick... Okay, so they don't have any pressure going right now. I think I'm just going to Trickster them in their upkeep. So we'll try to turn this thing off. Alright. Alright, yeah, this is much better. And pass. Right, yeah. I just want to slam another Master, and that should like close the door in this deck. Yeah, it's not going to do shit. Dun, 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 dun. Alright. So they have 2 cards left, so I don't even know if they can cast both of them. Should start attacking. I expect they can cast one of them. And then cast Gadwick, draw 2 cards. That'd be fun. This is looking pretty over for them. So do not block with Master of Waves, because protection will not save it this turn. They only have 1 card in hand. They're still looking pretty dead to me. Experimental friend. Alright, that's desperation play. Alright, F6. Alright, so what's the top card of your deck? So it's like a lightning strike, okay. Alright. Alright, well maybe this... yeah, okay, well now they're just chaining together infinite stuff, so... We needed that to be a land, but like now... yeah, they just are going off here. You just cast 3 stomps in a row? Fuck. Alright, nope. Our opponent is king at drawing. So this is an interesting version. The Prowess build is running Experimental Frenzy with the Steamkins. It's just basically a combo deck at this point. They cast all 4 Bone Crusher Giants. That's insane. And all 4 Steamkins. 4 of a kind, full of 4 of a... and they also have 3 fucking lightning strikes too. That's insane. Alright, there's no way that we can win from here. Like, they needed to like brick on like the top card of their deck, and they didn't. Their last card was exactly like what they needed, and their entire top of their deck just were lined up perfectly. So, Jesus. Alright, I'm tired of like watching this. There's no point, right? We're gonna die. These all have trample. Like, it's pointless. Okay, well, fuck. Like, what were we supposed to do about that? Nothing, I guess. I guess Tidebinder Mage, we want that, and I don't know what else. Like, Thassa's not very good here. I mean, I think we need Wizard's Retort, right? Actually, Unsubstantiate doesn't seem terribly bad either. I'm going to take out 4 more cards. Maybe Harbinger of the Tides. That doesn't seem terribly good. I thought we were great. We went master into master a ways, but our opponent just, like, I don't know, they just, like, lucky 7'd their way into victory. They spin the wheel of Experimental Frenzy and find, like, their entire deck's just totally stacked. Alright, well, it's part of the fun of this game is sometimes that happens. You just, like, do stuff and it's like, oh my god, my deck is just, like, being totally ridiculous. I think overall, like, this shouldn't be that bad of a match if we can play Master, but jeez. The Stomp makes it really hard because it turns off the protection from red from Master, and then they also have stuff like Crash Through, which is a problem. Like, this is okay, I guess. Storm Tamer, and then hopefully we get to play Retort. We have Gadwix to follow it up. Mold to 6, alright. I mean, I can't even feel bad about that because it's just I have a hard time imagining that there was like any way it was stopping it from that point. Like, I don't think we could have done much else. Well, there's on Mold to 5, so it's also good news for us. Hopefully, if we can stick Storm Tamer and just like counter a Steamkin in turn 2, that would be very nice. Countering anything when they're on 5 cards is always very strong. And if they're wasting a card on Storm Tamer, that's not bad either. Alright, well, more Gadwick. I need more mana to use with him. Like, Gadwick is fine in multiples, but really only when you have more lands. No, I'm not giving you a creature, because you obviously just drew that. Alright, and now we're getting somewhere. So now if they have a lightning strike, they might be inclined to strike Gadwick, and then we can play the next one right away. Yeah, perfect. That is exactly how I wanted that to happen. I'll probably wait until I can draw at least 3 cards off of this one. I mean, unless maybe they strike this one too. Okay, then drawing 2 cards is fine. Okay, you know what? I'm inclined to wait 1 turn with it. Chain Whirler was a pretty sick top deck for them. They fucking drew a third Lightning Strike in response to Gadwick. Oh my god. We just keep drawing lands. Alright, well, this should be good. Attacking is not going to be easy for them, at least. No. Pass. Absolutely haram. I cannot risk them just like giving all this shit trample and drawing a card. If their last card is Stomp, then alright. Okay, that doesn't matter. Wild Slash is all. Oh fuck. We need, like, we already cast 3 Gadwicks. There's only 1 left in our deck. This Nykthos is not gonna do anything because we need to stop drawing fucking lands against the red deck. We have 10 lands. 10 mana cannot beat this deck. Okay, well that was stupid. They absolutely should have attacked there. I don't know. Well, maybe not. Like, so here's the do I bounce this Chain Whirler? I guess. Save myself some life. Yeah. We need another Master of Waves right now. That's not another Master of Waves. I also should have attacked with the Borrower. I'm just like so out of it right now. Yeah. Alright. May as well block one of them. But yeah, we're totally losing. We need Master. Like, no Master, no win. That's all there is to it. Alright, we lose. We drew 11 lands. Like, you're never beating red deck if you draw 11 lands. It's just not going to happen, so. Oh well. That sucks. Alright, let's see. Right away. I'm alright. I promise. It is getting a little warm in here. I'm going to turn this fan on. Sage Shadow 7. Alright. Let's play. This hand's fine. We'll keep it. That just worked out in exactly the wrong possible way last match, so let's hope that it works out better this time. Maybe we need Cerulean Drakes in the sideboard. Okay, this looks like a Phoenix deck. Alright, let's see if we can bait out some removal or something with this. We might just, like, opt. Nope. Shivan Reef. Strategic planning. Okay. We'll play probably Tempest in and save Gadwick so that we can draw a bunch of cards off of it. Discarded a, or they put a Wild Slash in the graveyard. That's worth noting. If we can draw Nykthos, that would be cool, because here we have an opportunity to draw a ton of cards. But just Tempest in is already a very strong card against them too. I really don't want them to be able to Treasure Cruise. And they're getting close. Like, they already have 7 cards in hand, so... Alright, there's Pyromancer. Alright, that's beautiful. So I think what we do here is we just play Nykthos. We'll do this first. Draw 3 cards. Yeah, we can tap down and get in for a ton. We like cast everything this turn. We have Nykthos, so we have 8 mana with that. So we have a total of 10 mana to just go totally bonkers. Alright, Lightning Axe is going to make it a little bit harder. I think we can still cast everything. It's interesting they chose to go after... Oh, now they had double Lightning Axe the whole time. Alright, well... Now we have to actually choose. If I put Trickster in play, I have 4 mana... Or I have 4 devotion, so I can go Merfolk, Trickster, and then Master Waves. I don't know if that's really the right thing to do here, though. Could play like Harbinger and Trickster and set up for Master next turn. I mean, that might slow them down by a little bit. Could eat one of these tokens. I could attack with this Harbinger and see what happens. Interesting. So So here I could Trickster down Pyromancer and then just bounce it. Doesn't seem like the worst plan. Alright. If they only blocked with 2 elemental tokens, we had a line to like blow them out with the Trickster and Harbinger. I can just recast it, that's fine. We can play Master and Siren Storm Tamer next turn. Yeah, there's the treasure cruise. I knew it was coming. Hopefully the Master will be fine to get there. Pyromancer is hard to deal with. We need removal or something for this thing. Okay, so here we have 5 mana with Nykthos. Trigger Evolve again. What are you doing? Like, I already have the Storm Tamer out. That's the point. Just keep the pressure on. At 11, I mean he has 5 cards in hand, so that's not great, but we have a ton of power in play. It's limited by the amount of mana available, so one good draw on our part could end this for them. Interesting. Does that mean you have a borrower? Yeah, okay. That's... I mean, that kind of sucks. They have Arclight Phoenix too. They gotta be careful. Actually, I should have attacked with Master Waves too, because they're actually close to dying now. But if I attacked with Master, like, oh, that was terrible. I should have. No, I couldn't. Never mind. I just replayed it. So, yeah, they do have to be careful because they're close to dying. You can play the borrower, the Drake. The Drake is fine. Alright, come on. So we have 5 tokens. They can block 5 things on the ground. They can go block, and yeah, alright. I think we just get in with Master of Waves. I could trade the Tempest in with this thing. I don't really know if I want to do that. At this point, if I can just kill them in 2 turns with Master of Waves, so I just have to focus on not dying right now. Thing in the ice. Okay. Attacking still is not good here. I need something. They can just cast Borrower. Merfolk Trickster would help. Yeah, they have a Phoenix. There's no point in playing the land. They don't have any instants or sorceries in their hand because they would have just been jamming them, I think. Okay, well, now I think they're fucked. Alright, so here's the question. How many cards do we want to draw? That's 6. We can draw 5 cards. And this affords us the ability to play a bunch of stuff. Hopefully they don't have a counterspell. Can I just tap them out here? I can just play Cloudfin, Siren Storm Tamer. I can just kill them with Master of Waves, actually. That's a plan. Let's tap the thing in the ice. So this lets me hold up Wizard's Retort. Alright, Gadwick once again showing how ridiculous this card is. So Master of Waves is coming into the red zone next turn. As long as, and I mean, if Thing in the Ice bounces everything, I don't actually know if that's the end of the world. It's not really gonna kill us, I don't think. They have to cast 4 spells right now. Chart a course. No. I might just do it. Alright, we got there. Yay. Is that just game 1? Oh my god. What a battle. Alright, we need Mystical Dispute. We need Ratchet Bomb. I guess Tidebinder Mage is not bad either. I don't really think this is a Thassa matchup. I don't know about... Well, it sort of is a Tidebinder matchup, but it's also sort of not at the same time. Both Trickster and Harbinger are very good against the Thing in the Ice. But it also deals with Crackling Drake, too. Oof. There's a lot of interesting choices here. think we have a ton of really good cards. Maybe Cloudfin Raptor is not as good here. Take out Harbingers. I kind of feel like Cloudfin probably should be good, though. I mean, Gadwick looks insane. Like, all of these cards look pretty strong. Brazen Borrower is fine, because it can also bounce Thing in the Ice. So the question is Tidebinder worth more than Harbinger of the Tides? Or is Trickster worth more? I think that this is fine. Just because they also have Crackling Drakes. Like, Tidebinder can tap down either tokens or Phoenix. This hand looks okay. Alright. Alright, what do you got? Yeah, it's Guy. Let's see, do you got anything for this? Alright, Mystical Dispute. May as well attack because I'm just going to kill the stupid Pyromancer. If you have Thing in the Ice, you can't really play it this turn either. Alright, well, that's pretty good. I almost makes me want to kill it like this. Makes a servo. Huh. Gotta kill this thing now. Let's just play a Gadwick for 1. Gotta get Devotion on the board somehow. That's good. So this lets us play Jin and Tidebinder next turn. Also gives us a way to attack this Saheeli. Mizium Mortars, alright. Let's get Storm Tamer online. Ooh, Narset. That's brutal, actually. I really want to kill that Narset so I can draw a bunch more cards with Gadwick. I have a Lightning Axe. That sucks. So here's an option. I could play Master Waves right now. Then I'm not going to have the ability to protect this Jin. That might be okay though. I can kill the Jin. I have 4, 5, 6 mana. They'll have to do it on their turn. Or they'll have to do it after Master Waves gets the tokens from it, so. Now they can kill it. Now that I have my tokens and I can start going after their planeswalkers. Go after Narset, then if they down ticket, they don't get to deny us more cards. Have any actual creatures in play, just a bunch of tokens, and right now we have more tokens than them, so their planeswalkers are currently looking weak. Kill the Siren Storm Tamer, that's fine. Yeah, Treasure Cruise. Alright, cool. So they've unlocked the path for Gadwick to come into play. It's fine. Well, okay, it's not fine. Because that's going to kill us very quickly. I didn't see they had 2 Phoenixes. Jesus. When the hell did that happen? So let's see. If I put Harbinger in play, I only have 3. I just need to draw a bunch of cards. If they have another Wild Slash, I die. Can't afford to really attack here because of the servo tokens. But maybe we can get to a point where Harbinger and Borrower can buy us time. I mean, that's going to make it very difficult. They're just fucking going crazy with these tokens. Alright, that'll do it. Nope. Yeah, that's right. There was nothing we could do about it because of the Saheeli, so. Alright, well, let's hope that we can win on the play, I guess. Maybe I do want these unsubstantiates. I don't know. I might have took Thing in the Art. Maybe Tidebinder's not really as good as I think. it's I don't know, like it's really close between them. I'm gonna try some unsubstantiate and see how that goes. I guess the other thing is, do I want Cloudfin Raptor? Because it seems like having flying and attacking them is also not something to be underestimated. Alright, well, we're just going to do it like this and hope for the best. Hoping that maybe we can hit them with unsubstantiate when they go for Treasure Cruise. Not with this hand. This is much better. We'll keep it. Put a Gadwick on the bottom. If they play Pyromancer, we'll just bounce it. Hell, I might even just flash this in for as a 3/1. Okay. No, we'll go Trickster then Harbinger. It might not have been, like, it might have just been better to use this on Thing in the Ice and to let that get countered. But now, if they ever, like, tap out, then we can just bounce it again with Borrower. I guess that's alright. I don't know if if putting Dispute back in their hand was really a good idea. Okay. I am absolutely going to pay 3 blue for that. Alright, so I guess it kind of worked out. Ooh, alright, never mind. Alright, see if we can find an answer to this thing. Alright, so we got another Harbinger. So we'll be able to bounce it if they ever flip it. Actually, we can just cast Harbinger. Never mind, because they're gonna fry this thing. Alright, so the next spell they cast is gonna flip it. Yeah, that's kind of weird because they locked themselves out of being able to cast a spell right now. So now if they want to cast anything, they have to flip this thing in the ice. Okay, you have a birdie. It's fine, I can just commit things to the board too, so like you have no choice but to flip it now. Alright, that's not terrible actually. Discard Phoenix and you have another spell to cast, you get to attack for 10. No. Alright, well, that's interesting, yeah. I don't know if this is a really good attack, actually. Yeah, you might want to rethink that. Yeah, I can't really do anything about that. Have to find a way to kill that thing pretty quickly because it can turn this into a copy of Thing in the Ice. He has a Phoenix in hand and some other card. Mystical Dispute's not looking too hot right now. Yeah, I kind of have to let this happen. That was an interesting choice. Okay, so this is still looking like a game we can win. We're not out of this yet. We have a pretty good go wide plan against this right now. So the Phoenix can attack us for 3 in the air, but it leaves them pretty vulnerable. We're just hoping they don't top deck anything too good. This Dispute looks pretty poor in the face of their, like, 8 lands. Yeah, I guess. Okay. So what happens if I just attack you with everything? You can block 3 things. So you can block this, so that's 9, 10, 11, 13, 15? 1 short. Do I actually die on the crackback? No, I actually wouldn't. But you'd have to block these 3. Unless you have another, like, instant or sorcery in your hand. I feel like if you had one, you would have used it already. You could have, yeah, you could have this become a copy of Awoken Horror. That's 14, so that is 17, so I'd have to be able to block something, right? But that would, if all of your creatures live, but they won't all live because you have to block it. Like, so so this, even if you block 3 things that are attacking you for 9, right? So that's 9, 11, 12, 13, 15. So you'd have to block 3 of these in order to not die unless you had a spell. Which means Phoenix and the servo will die. Alright, I think that I'm willing to take this risk. Because the chances, like, if we let this game continue to go on, I don't think we're going to win. Let's just try to see if they top deck the terrible card and they don't have another instant or sorcery if they don't have an instant they can cast right now, then I think we can win this. Because they'll have to throw away these 2 on 2 of these tokens, or otherwise they take 16 damage and die. No, that doesn't work. No, you have no choice. All of these have to block over here. Because I have 2 masters right now. I mean, I guess unless you have, like, a spell in your hand, so... You're still dying if you do that. Alright, so they're doing the math and they're figuring it out, so that's good. Yeah, okay. That's fine. So then these will both die. Yep. So you get a 1. Alright. hopefully you can't kill me this turn. Okay, well, we took a risk and it paid off. They did not have anything, so managed to win round 4. Alright, so we're 3-1 so far, not bad. Like, we drew, what, 11 lands against the red deck, so, like, we weren't going to win that one, but maybe if we, like, fix up the sideboard a little bit, we can better prepare for that. I don't know. Some amount of Drakes would be good. It's just tough because of the Goblin Chain Whirler, like, in particular, but they also, like, we had a very winning hand in game 1, and they just, like, comboed out of nowhere, so, like, I can't be too upset about that. The rest of these matches have been alright. That one was definitely a nail-biter, because they could have had something and we could have lost. It's just, the more turns that we give them, the more chances, like, they almost certainly will find it eventually, so we just have to put the question to them while the odds are in our favor, I feel, and managed to get there. Ugh. So we're definitely positive in this league. Let's see if we can go 4-1. That would be nice. End the new year on a high note. Or I guess end the old year on a high note. That'd be nice. Yeah. Alright, let's do it. Well, we're on the draw and we're against Quinniac. Alright. This hand sucks. We cannot keep this. That was much better, and we are gonna keep this, I think. And I think this is a hand where it doesn't look like we're getting to Master Waves anytime soon, so I'm gonna put that in the bottom. Alright. Well, I immediately okay, you know what? I don't know, maybe. We might regret this. This could be a tokens deck. What the fuck is this? They're playing like they mean business. Whenever it attacks, another creature gets its... Oh my god, that thing is ridiculous. Well, we have no choice but to do this. Attack, I guess. What a power uncommon, like. Oh, that's not good at all. This one card is just going to do us in. We have to live long enough to get to Master Wave so we can start blocking this thing. Yeah, I'm just going to cast this, I imagine. Oh, so this is just like mono green aggro, I guess. Yeah. Alright, now I think we are going to start to stabilize. If we can just not die this turn, I think we are in a good spot to win. Okay, that doesn't look like it's going to do it. Unless they give this thing like trample or something. They're just dead, aren't they? You don't have enough blockers. Like, that's gotta be game. Yeah, alright, well, so this looks like a mono green aggro deck, so Tidebinder is gonna be fantastic here. And I think I don't know if Trickster is like, it could be good here. I don't know, it's tough. Like, this is another match where like a lot of these cards could be good. I think maybe Harbinger bouncing their stuff is going to be worth a little bit more. Oh, if they have that thing in turn 2, like, I don't know. They get a lot of triggers from bouncing their stuff. It's hard to say. The borrowers seem like they're fine. Like, honestly, the deck seems pretty good against them. Counter spells also seem pretty good. Thassa being indestructible is not insignificant. We haven't really seen Thassa at all, though. I don't think they're going to have a lot of removal in their deck, so maybe Trimming and Storm Tamer is fine. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we got a pretty good game against this. Like, this is sort of fine. If we can live to a Master of Waves, then we'll probably win. But we need to draw some help. Well, they mulled to 5, so maybe we don't need to draw very much help. Yep. Alright, well, Burning Tree is not scary when they don't have very many cards in hand. I think if you attack, I probably would trade here. But with 2 Tempest and Master now, like, it feels like it's over. So I only have 2 cards. Like, it doesn't look like the rest of their hand is that good. Alright, yeah, that's... They have to have just picked that up off the top. Yep. Get in your free damage. The power of flyingness. Yeah, now their attacks are just like totally brick walled off. You play another Jhin. Next turn, I think we can probably play both Master Waves and it'll just be game over. There's like no way they can come back from this. Yeah. No, not with that. They're trying to be like... Yeah, they're just trying to be like the Bushwhacker deck, except they just don't have the start for it. Alright, well, that was a pretty successful Pioneer League, I think. We saw Gadwick did some pretty insane things. Like, honestly, I kind of wish I had more to do with the Nykthos. Maybe if we played, like, Cyclonic Rifts or something in our deck, and, like, maybe even if we sideboarded them, like, it might be worth playing a third one. But I think this was a pretty successful list. We didn't get to see Thassa at all when she was down as a 2-of, so... Thassa's looking less and less necessary, whereas like Gadwick and Master Waves, like absolutely crushing it. Tempest Jhin still crushing it. Cloudfin still proving that it's like we saw it as like a 3/4 like huge threat that can just wall off a Phoenix. That was pretty nice. Brazen Borrower was fine. Like I don't think this card was like spectacular, but I think it's important just because it's a Devotion flyer that also is a removal spell for or it's a tempo spell, I guess you should say. But honestly, like, that's all we need in our deck, is we stick a bunch of devotion, you know, and then pay off cards with like either Nykthos and Gadwick or Master of Waves. Like, yeah, it's absolutely, even just drawing 1 or 2 cards off of Gadwick is fine. It just keeps you in the race, and like his ability to tap down like any flying blocker our opponents have is pretty nice too. So we didn't play against the control deck, so I don't know if we really got to see like Spyglass do anything. Maybe we don't need Ratchet Bomb as much now. I don't, like, originally, like, the reason we put this in was because Field of the Dead was still a thing, but like, I don't know, maybe it'd be better off as like Cyclonic Rift in this slot. I think that we can, like, a lot of these decks now, I'm pretty sure we can just race them. We have Tidebinders to slow them down. We have a bunch of tempo stuff to slow these decks down. So like, the only thing that's going to be a little bit tough is probably Hardened Scales, which is one of the reasons we wanted this. But maybe that's fine. Like, Cyclonic Rift is not terrible against them either. I don't know. I have to think about that. I think these cards are probably okay, and I think these are fine. I'm not sure if we still need Ratchet Bombs. Like, this could easily be something else here. And I don't know if we definitely need all of these Tidebinder Mages. Like, these could be something else. Maybe, like, I don't know, maybe, like, 3 Tidebinders and 3 Cerulean Drakes was also a possibility, because that could help against the red deck, which that was the one deck we lost against, so it's definitely worth considering that, too. I might try that next time. But I'm pretty pleased with the way that this list played out. I'm definitely impressed with Gadwick. Like, there was one time where like it seemed like drawing all of him was not necessarily a good thing, so I don't know, maybe 3 is okay, but honestly he's fine in multiples, because like I said, the second, third, and fourth ones are just drawing more cards, because at that point you should ideally have a bunch of mana on the board. And I think with 2 Nykthos we never got into a scenario where we drew both of these. We could cut another island and play a third one if we really want to put our foot on the gas with this. I mean, that's fine. Like, we could do that. But 2 is less risky, because if we start jamming too many of these, then we have trouble casting stuff like Jhin and Gadwicks. You don't want to be stuck in a scenario where your mana, and like when you're looking to cast Jhin, you don't want to be stuck with Nykthos Island and like just a Harbinger on board. That's not going to help you, so I think 2 is probably a good number. It's just enough that like sometimes we get those explosives, I just draw like 6 or 7 cards out of it, but it's not super necessary. Like, there was also, yeah, like that last turn we were looking at being able to just make like a bajillion mana and double Master of Waves. Like, those games, it's just letting you win the game like a turn or 2 faster, basically. So I think that this is a pretty good list. I like it. I'll probably look at maybe changing up the sideboard just a little bit, maybe hedge against red a little more, but I feel like it's pretty good overall. So yeah, we ended 4-1. That's not bad for the last league of this year. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time then, I guess. Probably Thursday night. Depends. I'm almost definitely not going to have time on Wednesday, so as long as nothing too crazy happens and I don't get worse before Thursday, I will probably record on Thursday night. But this week being a holiday week is going to make it a little bit hard. So I guess just if I'm not going to be able to for some reason, I will post on Twitter. But hopefully once we get going into the new year, then I can get back on more of a regular schedule. It's just been crazy with me being sick in the holidays, so I'm just glad that this came together. We have a nice gift for our last league of this year. So, well, there's a lot I could say about 2019 Magic, but at least let's just focus on going out on a high note and hope that 2020 is going to be better going forward. So, all right, yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy, everybody.